Hello, hello, all my beasties. Welcome to the Lair. How are y'all doing tonight? I hope, I hope you guys are up for our postponed chat tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and bring on one of the most gun-breaking, groundbreaking firearm designers that I've seen in a while, and his stuff, really got me interested. So I reached out, and he is here to grace us with his presence and explain everything. So So what we're going to do is we're going to bring him on. We're all going to say hi, um, and we'll go from there in a minute. So let's welcome Fry. Hey,
Hello.
Fry.
How's it
Hey,
going?
Fry. Loki here. So welcome to the lair, everybody here. We refer to as the Beasties, like Maleficent does to her little people that she likes.
Right on.
From with Maleficent, someone's saying I'm quiet. I shouldn't be as quiet, guys. There we go. I tried. And we have Fry here. So everybody say hi to Fry. For those of you who are here or seeing this that belong to the lovely Fry, I am Loki. I have 16 years of experience in public safety. I am an OSHA professional. I am also a certified precision marksman. I compete in distance marksmanship and pistols. And I am all things firearm and self-defense.
Nice.
So, Fry, why don't you tell everybody hi, and why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Fry. You can call me Fry. You can call me Ryan. I'm in the 3D gun CAD community pretty heavy. I did kind of cross over a little bit this year. I got to go to a SHOT Show. Pretty new to it though. I would say probably been in the community of GunCAD for about a year and a half ish, and then probably about 4 years in guns.
So you want to go ahead and tell everybody about your groundbreaking design that caught my attention. And as you can see, my chat will tell you,
Yeah,
it is
okay.
hard to get my attention for things. I've seen a lot. So they know it had to be
right
special.
Rad, cool. Well, awesome. I'm honored to, especially hearing your creds. That's really cool.
Would you like me to pull anything up, or do you want to explain?
Yeah, let's see. I guess can you see what you got up there? There's one where I'm shooting it. I guess if you want to go ahead and we can start and just show it in that. There's one of it.
Which one? The 6034, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I believe I don't have them up in front of me actually.
That's fine. Hold on.
But you can.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Hold on 1 second.
Cool. Sorry, I should have had it. I probably should have had
it. Oh, you're good. No worries.
Cool.
Absolutely no worries. Why don't you explain to people while I get this set?
Cool. Okay, so
they're going to see.
What I have done is I have put an electromagnetic coil in the buffer of the first one. The one that you'll see in the video of me shooting is 9mm. So it's basically an AR-9 that I've redesigned so that I can have, there's an onboard battery. I'm running power to a red dot that's integrated into the whole thing. I have a thing up top that's basically I'm taking the energy from blowback and turning it into electricity, saving it, and it's keeping the battery at a full charge and running optics. And I recently I can talk about it now because they're going to be able to add it to the patent. I'm getting rid of springs. We're going to use magnets, and I believe they use this technology with rail trains, but evidently nobody has used it yet in firearms. So I am going to be able to have this in with all my other patented stuff in this patent I have. But so
let me pull the video up for you, Fry.
Cool. Yeah, this is the first test firing right before SHOT Show. These are carbon fiber. So that's the 9. And so what the coil, the electromagnetic coil, there's also a magnet in the bolt, in the back of the bolt. Like, so an AR9 has that weight. I've taken the weight out and I've put a magnet in place. And so it's trigger activated. So when the bolt goes back, it's fighting a magnetic field and both directions. So it's softening, it's smoothing out recoil. And then I have designed so that there's the gas key. It kind of connects up into a thing that's up in the top where there's a coil, basically a coil that a magnet goes through. It's a reverse. So you put a magnet through a coil, it generates electricity. Vice versa, makes a magnet. But so there's two. It gets confusing, all the time when I'm trying to describe stuff to people. It gets a little confusing, and still today, some people still ask me if I'm making a rail gun, which I'm not. Basically, if say the battery died on it for whatever reason, you would just be left with a standard AR9. So it's not like it wouldn't work or whatever. And even the replacing the buffer spring and buffer weight with these really big magnets, 4 of them.
You can pick up the you can pull up you can hold a magnet. That's fine.
Okay. Oh man, that thing's strong. So I've got 4 of these that are in place of the buffer spring and the buffer weight too, because 4 of these is roughly around the same weight. So we're going to test it out, and but yeah, so far it mechanically works. So this kind of shows an example of, I've made a cutaway, but you can see there's magnets inside there, and it almost feels, it's more fluid feeling. And here's another thing, because people are asking, like, well, why would you do it, other than I just think it's cool that I can do it. But springs do they wear out. Springs wear out. I'm pretty sure the magnets will, I mean, if they did wear out or whatever, I mean, it probably would take a long time. Heat can mess with magnets, but there's not heat to that magnitude or anywhere near with where these are, so it's not even an issue. But
so you have a couple of questions, Fry.
Oh, cool.
So we have Rainman YYC says, Fry, I've got to say, from a former Army weapons technician and a current robotics engineer, you're brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
We have Cool Clearwater said, with a conductor traveling through the magnetic field, could you reclaim some of the electric from the left-hand rule? I don't know how in-depth you are into the electrical engineering side of it.
Well, like, okay, so I'm not an engineer. I am a 35-year tattoo artist.
Who has beautiful tattoo work too. I've seen pictures.
Thank you. Yeah, some could say I just kind of literally kind of fell out of the sky into this, like, gun CAD thing. But yeah, so I mean, I know about a little of the left-hand law stuff, like Lenz's law. So I could show you.
As long as it's not a part of a weapon that's identifiable.
Yeah, it's another magnet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying. For YouTube.
Yeah, so this one is inside of a copper tube, and because of Lenz's law, it slows things down, and like the feel in this is even different. And and then I've got like wire around here because I can generate the magnetic properties here, and I think I'm going to be able to use that to do. I want to make a push button charging handle instead of racking it manually, where you just push a button. And because it won't be a spring in here, I'm gonna figure out how it will basically. I mean, it already does it. It compresses it down in, so then it would pull back, release, and rack just the first round. But yeah, so it's cool. I can do a lot more than I can do with magnets. I think with I mean not magnets, with springs with the magnets. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
okay, just make sure there's nothing in front of your mic because it's picking up a little bit of feedback. Do you want me to go ahead and put up a picture of it, or
yeah. If you want to go, yeah, you can.
the final assembly picture?
Yes.
Okay, let me share that one for everybody. And then I will give you some of the other comments and questions from people
Cool.
for you. Okay, here she is.
There we go. Yes.
Let me zoom this in for them. There we go.
Bit Plum's out there watching. Orange.
See. Oh.
I don't know if he's watching, but
Yes, make sure I got you all on screen. Okay. So there you go.
yeah, it'll come. It's going to come all the way apart, and then it'll go all the way back together.
So we have someone says it looks like a Hilti. Somebody says, wouldn't automatic charging make it a machine gun? No, AG, that wouldn't make it a machine gun at all. No, I could answer that one for them.
Yeah, it's semi-automatic. It's
yeah, and Whole Clearwater said, the lost momentum generated in the electric field, you should be able to return to your battery.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I have. I have. So I'm actually doing. I've added. I'm taking heat from the barrel. It has a sensor thing I have that is turning the heat into electricity, and also a piezo electric, basically a piezo pickup like in a guitar. I have. I can put that in the back end, and when the bolt or whatever smacks the back of that, that generates electricity. And then I have the bolt's movement is moving a magnet through another coil. But so I have those three, and if I really want to, I have designs where I put little mini solar panels, but I don't think I really need to do that.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to with the
capacitor. Yeah.
One of my tech squirrels said, "What's the reduction in recoil?"
I need to actually do some tests where I have, next, back-to-back test one with and without. And then I have, I have 3 different versions of my coil system. So I need to test all those together and take down some data. But from what I can feel and what the people that have tested with me, they say it's noticeably less. To me, it feels like soft and kind of like a more smooth and fluid. It's definitely easier to control the weapon. And then, I have recently started, I have designed a 1022, and that again is fully, there's no springs, it's all magnets, and that again has the buffer reduction thing. I had to design it a little different, but the patent I have is utilities patent, so basically I don't have to. I thought I had to make a design thing for them for each different caliber, but basically it's with it being the general idea, I guess, that is patented. So yeah, I'm gonna eventually work my way up to 50 cal. And
I'm,
then one thing I want to try to do.
I'm your woman for those.
Okay, cool. And I want to see if I can do something different with 223556, the gas system. Maybe I can redesign that and use all magnet and electromagnetic stuff. So more will be revealed on that caliber. But yeah, so I got asked to do the 1022, and so I stepped down caliber, and I will go back next and start working my way back up. But so right now it's the AR9 version and the 1022.
So Rainman YYC said the spring action for the magnet should be progressively resistive. Recoil should be smoother if not reduced. Yeah, it definitely is. Um, I think hey Iris, there's a few people that I think are a little bit having a little bit of an issue with the tech thing. And the best, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Fry.
Yes.
Essentially, and this isn't for you, this is for the people watching.
Yes.
If you look at most of my weapons that I've shown you guys where I rip them all down, generally you're looking at single or dual recoil springs, right? But on my Desert Eagle and on my Bear, it's a gas block system. So this is essentially, instead of using the gas block as your recoil, and for your recoil and to bring it all down, he's using an electromagnetic system instead of a gas block system to compensate. If that makes sense to some of the people that are a little confused as to where it is. Somebody said,
it's a lot to take in.
It actually, it is and it isn't. It's fascinating. Like, I'm the daughter of an electrical and nuclear engineer, so
oh wow, cool.
Like, this is my world. But so Cool Clearwater, who is one of our amazing members, said if you need assistance with testing protocols or white paper for the proof of concept write-up, that's what I do. I can give you his contact information.
Yeah.
He's really good. He patents a lot of technical stuff.
Cool.
So he's awesome. Are there any manufacturers interested in production? No, Chosen One, nobody's asked that yet. I don't think that Fry is taking it to mass production just yet.
No, I mean, so we went to SHOT Show, and so like we're in patent pending, but we're man, I don't even I think it's 5 months is like around will be the year mark, so it will be done like around 5 months, and we will be in full-blown patent, and at that point I can license it. So when we were at SHOT Show, we did get
Fry, do you have something near your microphone that's metal? Like your headset? You were fine at the beginning, and then when you came back with the magnets, I don't know.
Oh, yes. You know what? There was a magnet. Where'd it go? Oh, I moved it. Okay, is that good?
No, you've still got static. I'm not sure. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. Try there.
Right here?
It's a little bit. It's not bad.
Okay.
Better than it was. Somebody said hard thing is going to be the voltage and amperage control. Yeah. But
yeah, well, so
like
at SHOT Show, we did get like I have contact with an electrical engineer that's interested in helping design, like a power management circuit, and then obviously they would be able to make like the chips and whatnot. Because I mean, if somebody was to come to us about licensing to manufacture, like there's definitely many versions of it that could be done and be put into production. I would imagine pretty easily. So yeah, I mean, we had some people kind of getting at us, and we did have the state of Montana was the booth next to us, and real early on at the show, they actually got on us about trying to get us there. About getting investors and getting us out there to open up to manufacture. But so and then that would be cool because they would be doing everything all the way up to whatever licensing or whatever we would need. Like if we were going to do it, it would have to be that kind of a deal. Like they know I wouldn't just move out there like that, but they had a Zoom meeting with us, and they're trying to get us out there. So there's some possibilities, but I think the most realistic thing in the near future would be, I know a lot of people in GunCAD are really interested to wanting to build their own. And so I'm trying to figure out how to go about doing that, putting that into package of that where I had whatever stuff I was going to sell because of proprietary, and then for kits whatnot, and then everybody would do their thing with their printing. But that's probably the most realistic future thing that would happen with both of these. But then again, you never know. I mean, I might get an email tomorrow or whatever, somebody like offering, to that, or wants to look at doing some kind of production. So I mean, I wouldn't put that off the table, but
Yeah,
yeah.
guys,
So
I know there's interference
it
with his
just
mic.
depends.
I'm trying to manage his audio manually to keep the static down. So you'll have to bear with me. You're fine.
If
It's
I
fine right
turn
now,
my
Fry.
volume down, does that help?
I turned you
Okay,
down. Don't worry. You leave
cool.
yourself. I will balance you as much as I can on
Okay,
my side.
okay, cool,
Um, it'll just be easier for you.
cool.
So someone said, so since it's pending, could someone do a magnetic spring replacement for an FGC 9? There's a lot, once
What
something
do you
is
mean?
patent, they were asking if you could essentially, if someone could, since it's pending, about it, the likelihood of it
Oh,
going to things
well,
like
I mean,
pistols and
hey,
things.
a lot
You
of people
actually
can do a
can't.
lot of things, but
No, you can't. Once it's
yeah,
patent pending, it's infringement. It doesn't matter if it's pending. That's still,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
infringement, and yeah, and it's
yeah,
utilities patent. There's no changing anything 5% or whatever. I'm not patenting the design, but yeah, no, that's why
yeah,
I kept quiet for a long time. I think it was like 8 months. They were like, "Don't say shit," and I was in these chat rooms and just waiting to tell people because I was like, oh, they might think this is pretty cool. But yeah, so it was kind of hard
yeah,
to keep my mouth shut, but I did for like 8 months. But it's all close to being a full blown patent.
yeah.
They did give me this cool plaque thingy here. And I would
So,
imagine I'll get one when I get into full patent. But
yep, yep, from the Patent
yeah,
and Trade Office, pending
huh,
inventor.
that is
Um,
kind of cool.
it is. Somebody,
Yep.
wait, where am I? Cool Clearwater said there's several secondary patents he can see that you might look at for insurance. Great job getting it this far. Fry, afterwards, I'll give you his contact, and
Okay,
he's got a whole bunch of stuff patented, and he can help
cool.
walk you through like the secondary patents for insurance and
Right,
all
right,
of
right.
that stuff to protect yourself.
Cool.
He's absolutely amazing, and you'll learn the Lair community's amazing.
Rad. Yeah.
So
Yeah. No.
let me see.
Yes,
Yeah,
appreciate.
you got a lot of congratulations. You've got a lot of people over here saying, they are all, we lost Fry. Okay, well, Fry will be back. Let's see where Fry went. He disconnected himself accidentally. Um, hey guys, yeah, Fry should be coming back. I don't know how he. There we. No, that's me. Oh, here he is. We lost
Whoa.
you,
I don't know what
Fry.
happened. Sorry.
It's
My bad.
okay. It's okay. We got you back.
Yeah.
We got you back,
I,
Fry.
I probably did. It's funny. In these chat rooms that I'm in all the time, in the groups that I'm running for these build groups, I'm always hitting the call button, and I will be calling the entire like 100 and whatever people in there. It's funny, and they'll be like, and one night I left it on when I was asleep or something. But yeah, so I do have a
Somebody
tendency to.
said.
hit button.
to do that. That's okay. Somebody said if you can't find a maker, you can just use off-the-shelf solenoid parts to do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, what's funny is so the magnet that I have in the back end of the bolt.
Do you want to tell them the name of it? You haven't told them the name of it.
What's that?
Refer to the weapon as. You haven't told anyone its name.
Brujeria. Sorry, my bad. Yes, we're calling it Brujeria, which is Spanish for witchcraft.
Yeah. So, I am going to have Croco pop up Fry's PayPal, and I'm going to let him explain how you can back him if you're interested, real quick, before I forget. Do you want to explain, Fry?
Yeah. So I have these. This is a it's me. It's Fry Fink. Notice it's a long-haired rat fink, and I'm holding the Brujeria 9mm, and they're signed and numbered. There's 20 of 20 here, and we put a lot in to obviously the patent and SHOT Show, and people were wanting me to go to this. There's a competition, the Gun Makers match, in April in Pittsburgh. But so
that's where I am.
I was trying to get a little
Fry
to get my airfare.
I'm here in Pittsburgh, so if you're gonna come on out here to Pittsburgh for it, let me know. I'll hook you up.
Rad, yeah, okay, yeah. You should come check it out.
Yeah, I'll come check it out, and I'll come check it out. But I'm saying if you're here, I'll hook you up. We'll take you out to dinner.
Oh, rad!
We'll hook you up out here. But yeah, no, I'll definitely come if we can get you out here. But let's see. Anubis said, I see guitars. Yes, the very talented Fry is a musician and tattoo artist and does beautiful work.
Yeah, and I collect guitars. I have over 100. You can kind of see up there, but yeah, so a little obsessive with it.
And what other pictures do you want me to? How about I throw this up? Let me throw some.
Yeah, I guess if you want to just, I kind of gave you a bunch of stuff. Like,
yeah, let me throw up a couple of
movies
and
I can kind of talk about it.
Sure. Let me just open them. Go away. I don't need that. Okay, let me pop this one up real quick, guys.
See if I can get back on here.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, so this is the 1022 version, and so you see there's no spring or the charging handle that's normally in there. That is all magnet, what I'm calling springless springs. But so that's some of the early footage of the 1022. Calling it Micro Bruges. The guy, this guy Tyler from Tandem Cross, he kind of coined it that, and they've been giving me some stuff to help designing. Okay. Oh, that was just showing the cluster that. So people, I guess, if you were asking, and I'm not. I mean, I don't shoot a lot, but so you can kind of see that center cluster shot. That's from the first when I was at maybe about 15 yards. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, before it moves back, you can kind of see the shot cluster or whatever. So that's what that one was. It's kind of just a quick one.
I think this person is somebody of yours. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Shane Job. Yeah, okay. He says, Fry, what's good, homie? Glad to see your stuff getting out there more and more. Right, yeah. We're glad to have him in the Lair, Shane. And I am going to do my best to make sure that everybody.
I believe Shane is in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah. I think to get him out.
Shane wants to get tattooed. So we're going to tattoo.
I'll put myself on that list too while you're out here. Tyler says, "Hey from Tandem Cross, Fry Guy. Great
There
stream."
he is. Yes.
Yeah, let's
Good guy.
see.
Good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. We'll definitely hook up out in here in Pittsburgh. Let's share some of the other stuff you've sent me with them. You want to explain what that is, Fry? Hold on, we lost Fry. Fry, we lost your volume. Fry, 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 your volume. You turned your mic off. Fry, you turned your mic off. Fry, your mic's off. You turned your mic off, Fry. Yeah, Fry, you turned your mic off. No one can hear you again. We still don't have sound, Fry. You may have to exit out and enter back in like you did before. Yeah, leave and come back in, Fry. I'll let you back in. You there? Fry? Hold on, guys. Let me... hold on, guys. Sorry. There we go. So, Fry should be back. Let's see.
Here we go.
There we go. We got Fry back.
Technical difficulties.
That's okay. That's okay. We're good.
Yeah, we are. Where were we?
Well, AG Off Grid said definitely be awesome seeing your designs next to mine at Maker's Match.
Rad, you're gonna be there. Awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, Shane, he is trying to come out to Maker's Match. So yes, his audio is back. Iris, our resident Spanish speaker, is saying that your pronunciation of the name was killing her.
Brujaria. You know, it's funny because my wife's grandmother, and she's Mexican, and she's teaching our son Spanish, and you would think I would have, but yeah, I just don't have the R thing. So yes, I probably murder it.
It's okay. They're saying it lovingly. But they like to roast me too. So, AG's in Oregon. Okay, let's see. Let me pull up a couple of your other things. AG, go ahead and message me either on Discord or on. Can you see the comment at the bottom of the screen?
Yes.
She put up the pronunciation for you.
Brujaria.
Brujeria.
Brujeria or brujaria? Brujeria?
You don't need to roll the R, she said.
Oh, brujeria.
Yeah, brujeria. There you go.
Okay.
Where we go? Yeah, AG, you can. No accent on the RRI. I don't know. Iris, I'm about to put Iris. About to tell you, if you're going to correct people's pronunciation, you're going to have to pop on the stream. I can't. This isn't not one of my spoken languages. I speak enough of them. That's not it.
Yeah.
No, no, they're all good. Let's see. Let me pull up a couple of your other. Do you want to explain the pistol that I pulled up and your stuff with the pistol?
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's a Raven P25 from the Ring of Fire pistols. So, and I call it the Ring of Fryer. I've been reverse engineering the frames, and then I think so that's the Raven. There's the Lorson L25, which is basically a 7-shot version of that, and then there's the Sundance A25, which has like a cutaway spot on the slide, where like it like cuts away for the barrel housing part. And then there's a Jennings 22 I'm doing, and a Lorson 22, and those are all ones that are considered Ring of Fire guns or whatever. So, but I just got a thing. I like these little 25 caliber, and a lot of people gave me shit in the beginning because there's no 25 caliber, but I'm bringing that shit back.
No, there are.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I'm totally like, I'm on a mission to like, I if I can get it, one of the things I would like to do, if I can get, because I need to get myself more parts kits, repair parts kits, whatever the hell they are, and I've reverse engineered I've got a STL of like the slides and stuff, but so I'm gonna need to find a machine shop that can maybe make a run of some of these, so I can just start putting my own parts kits together. Or if the people who have the rights to the tooling and whatnot of the Ravens and whatnot, if we can get a hold of those people, maybe one day I can make enough money to buy those or something. But yeah, I don't know. I like those guns. I think they're fucking cool.
Everybody's commenting your artwork on it. Everyone's commenting your artwork. Hold on, let's see.
You know what? My normal Instagram, where basically you could see all my tattoo work and painting and just all my normal art.
Let me do this real quick.
Sure.
You can keep talking, Fry. You're good.
Flawless Fryan Ryan with flawless. It's flawless _ Fryan FRYAN.
Here, I'll pull it up here and put it over here.
Oh, that's right. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I'll put it up, and then my mods can go ahead and there you guys go. And I encourage you guys to go check out frytech.biz. And if you go look, he has exploded pictures of how things work. He has some stuff on his website and on his Instagram. So this one, the real Frytech, this is the firearms. Yeah.
Yes.
And so, everything is there. And then all of the rest. Yeah. Shane, I put his link, the other link right here. So both of his links are here.
So and there's a lot of good stuff. If you go way back in that, just scroll back and then start going, you could just be there for days seeing some really cool shit.
Iris, our Texan, said she'll help name your stuff in Spanish for you.
Pardon me? I'm sorry, what?
Our girl Iris said she would help name your stuff in Spanish for you.
Oh, cool. Right on.
My people are the best. I know. I joke that all creators say that their people really are the best, but ours really are. Our people really are. They're awesome, and you have a huge number of very supportive gun nuts over here, me included.
Rad.
So are you have you contemplated putting your electromagnetic recoil management into a pistol yet?
Oh yeah. So like I started trying to play with some of the stuff on pre-existing slides, and I'm gonna end up having to design something, but the problem will be I'm gonna need to get it machined into metal, as being that it is a slide in a part that needs to be metal. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to design things a little different. But yeah, I want to put this stuff into a pistol too. Now I don't know if I will have room to have, to the extent of like the regenerative power source thing.
You should.
I mean,
I'll
I don't
help
know.
you
I
with
guess,
that
yeah.
one.
You know what? They can make these fucking phones. They can.
I'll help you with that one. I got you on that one. And I'm an
Cool.
FFL, so I'm a gunsmith in FFL because I'm a competition marksman.
Cool. Yeah, we're
So
we're planning also to hopefully get our FFL soon here too. Um, yeah. In the meantime, I've had to get some stuff serialized. But it's better to be doing
be on
things
the
according.
upside of
So
things.
yes. So
Yeah. No,
so
I'll
yeah,
help you with the pistols. Everyone will tell you I'm the queen of weird custom pistols.
cool,
I have quite a few.
rad.
And several of mine have the gas block system.
Oh,
And
cool.
the ones with
Okay.
the
So
gas
then,
block system would give you enough room to swap in your electromagnetic.
rad.
So there's,
Yeah, that'd be
people saying a
cool.
lot of sweet
Yeah,
artwork.
I'm looking
Everybody's,
over on.
what'd you say, darling?
Oh, I was saying I don't know if you can see me. I'm like spacing off into
Yeah, I can see you
direction
looking at
here.
something.
Yeah, I'm looking at this little magnet thing I did for um, a kind of a mock-up of the what I'm planning for, like the spring kind of action thing that I'm gonna do something where it's like thinner, and I'll have to have like a rod, so it'll be a guide rod type, like how on a Glock, and it's got that guide rod that
Well,
slides back.
you'd probably have a bit, in all honesty. I mean, I'm not a Glock person, but that aside, you would probably have an easier time doing it on the 1911s that have a guide rod. So the original 1911 doesn't have a guide rod, but the newer ones do.
Oh, okay.
Um, I mean, that's the difference between the original Colt in the
Yeah.
later generations. But you'd actually probably have more success doing it with a guide rodded, 1911 with a guide rod than
Yeah.
you would a Glock, just because you'll have more metal and more mass since Glock's so light in polymer. The
Okay.
magnets will
Yeah.
throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, because the guide rod allows me to use these skinnier magnets, and they don't
Hmm.
tumble because I'm essentially putting them facing their poles that they want to get away from. So when you have them in a tube, when they're short like this, they just start flipping the other way, and the guide rod keeps them from moving. So it works better, because I tried to do one on the Raven, which doesn't have a guide rod,
Yeah.
and it somewhat worked, but I had to use the fatter magnets, and it didn't give me as good of compression. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm already working on designing for stuff for that. Yeah, I kind of obsessive, and I don't stop. I work. I don't know. It's because I don't probably consider it really working, because I still have a day job. So it's kind of fun. So yeah, so I'm at it a lot.
Link, you're still just a beastie. It doesn't matter if you can hold one, you know, hold a pistol steady or not. You're still one of us. Hey,
I
something
can
new is
shoot.
new.
I can shoot pretty
No,
good.
no,
I'm
no.
just not. I don't have any. I don't.
One of my people was commenting. No, no, this was like not about you. They were just commenting that they can't hold a pistol steady.
Oh.
Not you, like that they
Okay.
couldn't. They're arguing. It's the running joke. Everybody's got to make it. But yeah, no, I think the 1911, um, doing it with the 1911 with a guide rod would probably, if I had to think about it, would be your best bet, space and weight distribution wise initially. But that's just the engineering nerd in me.
Okay. Yeah, they're nice looking pistols too.
Yeah, you know what? The other nice thing is you can get 1911 slides fairly cheap online. They're easy to get.
Okay.
You'd be able to get. They're easy. They're cheap. Iris said, "Fry, there's a lot of sarcasm and fun on this channel. We
Oh,
all make
cool.
fun of
I'm down.
everything. We
I'm sorry.
do.
It's just sometimes it goes over my head.
It's
Sometimes.
all good.
Yeah.
Well, Fry's not watching the stream because it was echoing because his headset didn't want to work earlier.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the hell happened there.
it's all good.
Yeah.
So
No,
what
but
else?
that's funny because my wife was asking me, because I was telling her about the thing about showing the stuff live and what we couldn't, and she's like, "Well, what's with the why not do it live?" And I said, "Well, people are on the feed and they're asking questions and stuff." But yeah, so
Well,
unfortunately,
Well, we're gonna actually bring that. I'm gonna bring that up to you in 1 minute, but I want to show them another video of yours real
Okay.
quick for you to explain. Okay, here we go, Fry.
So I've taken
Okay.
spring out of there. And I've replaced it with 4 of these big ass magnets.
So we have that one.
So that is yeah. So that is with the there's no buffer spring and no buffer weight in there. It's the 4 magnets. I think what I'm going to do is make the length of my buffer tube in that about an inch longer, maybe somewhere around there. The feel that I'm getting, I think I could use a little bit longer. So I think it's going to take a slightly longer than a standard length of a buffer tube, but it feels like it's going to work, and I think it will also. It feels smooth. I think it's going to work well with the rest of the technology, with the with the coil activating.
Here we go, Fry. Here's the other one where they can.
This is the 22 version, and this is showing how I'm putting my. I kind of put these little shoulder like things in it. You know, it kind of gives a little or whatever. But showing how how I'm assembling it on the 22 version. Put a pin through there so that it's going through and the spring and essentially holds it. That's not a pin. That's a Allen wrench, but it gives you the point of you put a pin in and it kind of holds it, and it works pretty good. I mean, it's cool, whatever, you know. It added with what I'm doing with the other technology. It's actually kind of nice. It feels kind of gives a little.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm sure there's probably a few people that'll clown me on it, but you know.
No, nobody everybody is all about it.
Yeah. Oh well, that's cool. Good. I mean, because I mean, I always assume there's gonna be a few people that just think certain things like are you know, like some people probably think to worry about recoil on a 22 is like, you know, unnecessary. But
That's not true because I in competition a lot of people port and compensate 22s.
okay. Well, you know, actually, there is a guy that is a competition shooter that follows me on my Instagram, and he actually just asked me about when he would possibly be able to use the 1022 setup in competition. And so I told him it's gonna be available for him to try soon. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't think it'd be allowed into competition, even in an
no,
open class.
okay, I don't know.
The problem
Whatever
is,
he, you know, I guess I'd leave that on him, but I could get him set up to
oh
try.
yeah,
Yeah, because it would be cool to, I mean, just to say, yeah, it was in.
I will gladly put one into one of my 50s and take it to
Cool.
competition gladly.
I'm
Somebody,
really liking this 1022 setup. It's really cool.
yeah, somebody wants to know if an EMP would cause it to fail.
You know, everybody always asks me that. I don't know. I mean, is an EMP gonna fuck with like what would it fuck with what do you call it? You know, regular rare earth magnets?
Yes.
It would. So yeah, but
Well, depending.
yeah. But
Yeah,
and then
a lot of
again,
them will.
like I said though, too, well, I guess if it would wreck the magnets that are the rare earth ones, I guess it could fuck with the recoil buffer system since we're getting rid of a actual spring. But then again, you know what? If it gets to that point, I think we're fucked anyways, right?
Yeah, you could also put some shielding in that would probably be
Okay.
enough to you could probably get some shielding in there and it not be a huge issue. But I think inherently, if I am getting it correctly and looking at everything that you've sent me, yeah, a chosen one, there would be a method to shield it. If I'm looking at everything correctly, it would
Oh yeah,
it
yeah, you
wouldn't
could totally do
render
it.
it wouldn't render the weapon inoperable. The recoil management just wouldn't be working. If
Yes,
it is what
exactly.
I'm saying, so people, so I see some of the questions of like, oh, if it doesn't, if that fails, is it now inoperable? No, it's not
Yeah,
inoperable.
no,
You just don't have
operable.
recoil management.
Yes.
Um, but let's see. One EMP with electronics is devastating with magnetism. But it is Ardo, our one member from Finland.
Oh, rad.
That's his expertise: EMP, magnetism, and all of that.
Oh, rad.
So,
Oh,
someone said an aluminum casing should be good shielding.
okay.
The active recoil, yeah, AG, it wouldn't render it inoperable. Somebody said, Fry, do you recall the Gauss and center point field diameter on the magnets you're using?
No. I'm gonna. I was talking with my business partner about money I can when we have money that I can spend on that. I want to buy some different things that read different, magnetic pole, gauze things that measure how do you say it? Gauze?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, so it'd be cool to get some stuff that I can actually get some literal numbers type data. Most of what I'm doing is, I'm doing and testing and a lot of theory in my, of what, so yeah, there's, like I said, I am not a trained engineer at all by any means.
Yeah.
So
So here are one of my questions for you. I know I've had it. No, Thomas. I don't think he's going to add a taser to it.
no, I don't think we need a taser on
Thomas said, "Will the gun come with an optional taser feature?"
it.
I
don't know.
told you, my people get rowdy.
Hey, though, I mean, that it's probably not a bad idea if we get it to the point where we can hold enough juice to be able. But yeah, I mean,
You could with the right capacitor.
Because there'd be a market. There's always going to be people out there who would want something just that crazy, like, so yeah. I mean,
Someone wants to
now
know if
the
they can get it
ideas in my head.
turbocharged.
Yeah, the ideas.
Okay. So part of the reason the people on my channel are asking about the taser thing, I had a patient once who was a very, very large man who had some mental health issues, and he ripped stop signs out of the ground, like steel pole and all, and would swing them at people. He looked like the guy from the Green Mile. I mean, and he would swing stop
That's
signs
nuts.
like baseball bats, and you couldn't get near him. And he got to a point where a taser didn't bother him. So 3 different police officers tased him at the same time. And
oh wow.
But the best part of it was, Fry, you heard the clicking from the tasers going off, and he screamed level up like in a video game and ripped them out of his chest and was like shaking his arms like you would see like when someone powers up in a video game. And that was a great day. I was like, you really got tased and screamed level up.
That's hot.
I'm like, sir,
level up.
I'm gonna need you to dial this back just a hair. So one of the questions I did get from some people, and it pertains to what your wife had said, is I am going to, once this video is up, I am going to put a community post up for everybody.
Oh,
and
cool.
I will give you the link, and
Cool.
we'll go ahead and we'll spread it around. People can ask questions, and then you and I will film something together, not live, where we can go through stuff. You can handle everything. We can talk through some of it. And then, we'll bring you back and we can go through all these questions that people have for you and get you more exposure out here.
Oh, yeah.
So, we would love to have you, kind of regularly pop in and out with us.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, it is groundbreaking, and I think if we can get it to work, it would be revolutionary. I
Yeah.
do know.
It's cool too. Cause like, I mean, so far each time I've gone to test what I'm testing, like everything's like, I've been expecting more, what's the word, more kickback, or you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
more like,
recoil.
oh no, not on the gun, like
Oh,
basically like coming back and being like, oh fuck, I gotta do this, I gotta do that,
oh,
like
yeah.
like everything in my head that I'm figuring things that should do, and it does it, and it's like I'm like, oh wow, like okay, and I can move to the next step.
Yeah,
So
Iris, I'll get in touch with Runkle. Um, Clearwater, can you read his comment?
okay, I'm working.
He's working with a fluid flow generation project that has the field overlap information you need. It's his testing. He'll release it to you after publication in April.
Cool.
Ardo, who is our specialist with things like EMP, and he said if the blast's powerful enough, it'll affect the magnets too, but it's a rudimentary take on it. You've piqued his interest, and they're going to see if he's going to see if he can demagnetize things with it.
Yeah, cool.
So we have that one. Like I said, we have a lot of really cool tech guys in here that are very, engineering and science based. So, the other thing I was thinking about in talking to you, I don't know if you remember this or if you were in this. I don't know how many of my people even would know. So in the late 80s, they actually looked at a couple companies tried to develop ammunition that was set off with an electric charge, not gunpowder.
Huh.
And
there's some people doing some stuff like that in the gun-cad community right now.
Right. And so in theory, if you built this and you put a capacitor, you could use your capacitor to set off that ammunition. Without a striker fire.
I'm gonna say this, and some of the people from the gun-cad community are going to kind of, maybe it might resonate to them. And I had said something once on another interview thing where because I had thought, or maybe it wasn't an interview, maybe it was in a chat, but I had mentioned to somebody about how the capacitor could essentially do that, like my thing with what I'm doing, it could benefit for
right.
Yeah, so, but hey,
yeah,
what do I know?
No, if you put the right, they can be a little ornery in some of these communities here.
Yeah.
That is part of the reason I started the channel is I don't like the gatekeeping in the community.
Well, it's funny because that's what I got accused of too, because I got a patent. I'm gatekeeping.
Oh, no, it's not even, you're not gatekeeping with the patent. I
didn't think so either.
You're not. You're brilliant, and that's a brilliant thing, and you were smart to patent it. No, when I say I don't like, because I would go over gun channels and then just blown away and shamed and like you're an idiot, not genuine questions and ridicule people. And I'm like, everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're gonna build our own community where you guys can ask questions and someone says Leopard tank uses the piezoelectric spark as a backup firing mech. Yeah. And Shane says protecting your IP, it's not gatekeeping. It isn't. And it's brilliant. And if you like Rayman said, you could probably get in with some of these, if you look at the gunpowderless ammunition using the electrical charge with the right capacitor.
Yeah.
You could very easily do that. But, and to everyone in the chat, the reality is there hasn't been much innovation in the gun world, like true innovation.
Told me.
There really hasn't been much true innovation, and this would be, and that's why I did title, you're groundbreaking with this stuff, and we will, we'll all support you. We will get this out. What else do you want to tell everybody? Guys, any other questions you have?
Yeah, any other questions, I guess.
Yeah, no, they're all like, no, you're not gatekeeping.
Cool. Awesome.
you know, no angry cops won't.
Yeah.
He won't.
Yeah, it's like the thing I figured too in the beginning was when I had come up with the idea, and I was like so new in the community of the gun cat thing, and I'm like, if I don't get protected, I could so easily just have someone decide like, oh yeah, you know what, fuck that guy, and I'm just gonna take that guy's shit, and like, because I'm already somebody, and just discredit this guy, and it's my shit, but and I was like, fuck. So yeah, uh I had a few friends too, and they're like, "Yeah, and you need to patent it." And then,
Yeah.
and I almost gave up because I had paid a bunch of money for the initial search thing, and then my means was my crypto, and things took a turn, and I was like, "Well, I'd rather just wait and hold my crypto." And I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Fuck." I told my business partner. Now, at the time, the business wasn't a business. This is kind of how it was born out of this, and he was like, "No, dude, you can't give up on it." He's like, and then he made his offer,
Yeah.
but yeah, so um but yeah, I almost ditched on it. I almost was like, I don't think I could pull this off, and thank God I didn't do that, because yeah, it's
Yeah. And it's awesome. So, you're great, and I've loved getting to talk to you, and I think everybody's loved getting to talk to you.
right
I
on.
will
I
put out
I like doing stuff like this.
Yeah, and we love having you. I will, like I said, I'll put out a link for questions. People can see this. I'll put out links to your stuff so people can look through it, get better ideas of watching the videos over and over. And
Yeah, the
then
Instagram is good because I try to keep that up to date
yeah,
and
and getting to watch
show
you,
what I'm.
Kat, do
Yeah.
you want to explain to everybody how you're all self-taught,
Oh yeah, yeah. Like um
even with CAD?
CAD, yeah, yeah. I had bought, but there was a bunch of kits. I ended up getting a bunch of different kits on mistake, and then some I had them, and I was like, then I started thinking, I'm like, I want to make this stuff on my own. And then there was this guy Alan, actually, from Riptide Rails, who I was always talking to a lot about different, getting, how do I do this, that, whatever. And he kind of always was very supportive of like, yeah, dude, you totally can like do this. And I just kept at it. And then and yeah, and then stuff's kind of like a puzzle. It's just kind of starts to fall into place. And being as obsessive as I am with things, and yeah, I fell down the rabbit hole really hard. And but yeah, so then I was able to figure out how to CAD, and then yeah, and then time has gone by, and now, I mean, I'm like, that's all I do all day, you know even at work when I go, it's funny, I catch myself going into the shop, and I'm like, I'll be like, oh fuck, I'm like, I gotta do some cool fucking big ass whatever tattoo I gotta do. I'm like, I want to fucking work on my CAD, like, so, and I got a cool job, so, and it's cool, but that's how cool doing CAD is that I'll like, sometimes I'm like thinking like, I'd rather do that than my other job. But so yeah, I really fucking love doing it. It's I was thinking, I was explaining to my son about he was asking about old cars and why the old cars are so cool. And the reason is, and this is a fact, because back in the day, artists used to design the cars.
Hmm.
Nowadays, everything is designed by strictly an engineer doing it off of a whatever, like, because of what it's going to do for the vehicle or whatever. But so, like, I think what I bring to it is one that I was never in the box. And when I'm caddying, I'm doing it like it's more of an art thing for me, which is cool, because this is like, everyone like, yeah, it's art, and it is. So yeah, so I feel it is definitely something that my life is supposed to have led up to. Um,
Yeah, I like old cars. I rebuilt a 67 Chevy Corvair the
I
180 Corsa Turbo for my dad
I have
a couple
a
years ago.
I have a '68 Dodge Dart that my
I
wife actually found, and we need to get it painted. But yeah, it's a really cool car. Every time I drive it, somebody always comes up, tries to buy it off me. Like, oh, you want to sell that? It's like, no, don't
It,
want to
it
sell it.
Yeah, I went out and got a 55 Chevy pickup that's 3 on the tree.
Oh,
But it took
nice.
me forever to find one that hadn't been slammed already and hadn't been chopped
Okay.
because everyone likes to slam them. And then once you do that, you can't undo it.
My
Um,
my boss, he's in the car club, the Beatniks,
mm,
with a bunch of like famous tattoo guys and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, he just on his birthday, he's like, yeah, it was my birthday. I bought myself a car for my birthday. I was like, you deserve it though. Like, he's like, guy's like old school tattooer. But yeah, I forgot what he got. Thing is sick though.
yeah, I went and learned how to paint.
Ow.
I learned how to paint cars and how to lay the metallic flake and how to make sure I charge the metal so your flake lays the same way so you have the right shift and how to hand pinstripe because why not? It was something to do with my dad when I was younger.
Yeah, no,
And
pinstriping. That
you'd
was one
probably
I.
be great at that.
Yeah, no, you, when you go deep in the Instagram, the flawless Ryan Ryan one, and there's like all my pinstripe stuff. I do a lot of pinstriping, sign painting. That was kind of while I had to be quiet about because of the patent thing, and I
Hmm.
couldn't have people know that that I brought to things. So my big thing was painting a lot of guns like all crazy, and that was kind of what first got people's attention of me. So there was like kind of a buzz going around of like what I was doing, painting guns, and then I was able to
Yeah.
bring forth this because I designed the Raven thing, that little gun. I
Yeah.
did that. I did not design. I reverse engineered that. Probably the first thing I really did when I learned to CAD, but it stayed. It didn't become a big deal until after people started knowing about me because of the Bruharia project thing. So it was weird how it kind of, I went back. It was cool because I had already that done and was able to just be like, bam, here's
Yeah.
this thing.
Somebody wants to know, does your patent cover ferrofluid cylinders?
Ferrofluid cylinders. Well, I'm not sure what exactly that is. I'm thinking I might kind of have an idea, ferro, but fluid though. I'm thinking fluid. No, I don't. If it's dealing with a fluid, maybe explain that one more. But no, I don't. I'm not familiar, so I'm going to say I probably don't have that. Um,
Let's see what they have to say. Hold on. But yeah, I mean,
what is ferrofluid? So does
uh,
it? There's a
yeah,
fluid thing
you
going
would
on.
need distinct magnetic nodes. It's like an iron fluid cylinder. You
Okay,
could
yeah, no,
essentially, yeah, it would need the distinct magnet poles and nodes for his.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, no,
But it's cool. A lot of this stuff now is like stuck in the back of my head. I didn't even like that. I never even heard of that. So like, like a year from now, who knows? Maybe I'm like gonna start like
well,
obsessing on that. Who
you
knows?
will always be welcome here, and we will always champion you, and we will always be out. Um, guys, the PayPal for Fry is in the chat. Croc has put it up. Um, and his, let me grab this real quick so they have this from you.
Yeah, and anybody that donates is getting a. I'll probably throw in. I got a bunch of sticker stuff I'm doing too that I'll throw in there, like these cutout stickers and stuff. But the prints, the signed and numbered prints. There's 20 of 20 here. So depending on how many people actually end up getting those, Doug was saying he wanted to take the first 5 and like kind of like lock them in a safe or put them away like for like whatever, so that like increase their value or whatever, because essentially they're signed and numbered and it is my artwork. So like if I become anything and then years from
Oh,
now.
you will be.
So yeah, so that's what people get when they donate, because I cannot sell those yet technically
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear back from the Ed Roth estate on their blessing to make money off of it. So technically, I've just been giving the stickers out in the kits, but those prints will be for the donations on that.
Yeah, Astaroth. Fry has designed an electromagnetic recoil management system. So if you go back and watch this from the beginning, you'll catch it. But yeah, it's electromagnetic recoil management. But it's awesome. If I see Fry in Forbes, I'm telling everybody I know this guy. we all will. So guys, you have the PayPal, you have the his Venmo, and we will bring Fry back. In a week or so. I will post up where people can leave questions. I will, I'll give Fry all the stuff so he can put it for his people. We'll come back and we'll get him. I'll film something with Fry so he can show us on camera. We'll put it up and we'll come back and do all the questions. Any last questions for Fry? We'll give them all one. I always give them a couple minutes for any last questions. But yeah, Fry, I gotta say there hasn't been much innovation, and you could really have hit some groundbreaking stuff here. It's exciting. And it's awesome, and you need all the support and championing, and we'll all make sure we do it, and we'll get you out there.
Right on.
We're all here. you got you've got a hive mind of people.
Yeah, I can tell. I see it. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So, okay. Well, guys, I'm going. Fry, don't go anywhere. Don't hit anything. Okay. So, thanks, guys, for the stream. I will be on tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll do more stuff. We have taken up, a ton of Fry's mind. Yeah, right. Everyone's saying, they hope you make a killing off this. And yeah, guys, I'll bring Fry back. I'll bring Fry back in about a week or so, and I will make sure we have links and you guys can look through all the stuff and come up with questions, and we'll get on it. But to all my beasties, good night. I love you. You know how to get a hold of me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.